You are live. All right, we're live, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. We're live. Hello.
We are living.
We're living.
Even though I dressed as a zombie today.
Hey, I'm gonna go turn this on in the other room, maybe, and just see if it looks good and everything.
So we are in DC. You may recognize my co-host. He flew in from Boston, Andrew. And boy, are his arms tired. Thank you. Try to be.
She'll be here all week, literally.
Literally. So I've been here 3 days so far, and with a bunch of co-organizers. And Wednesday we did chalking and putting stickers. Yesterday we put more stickers and protested Pelosi's house, almost got arrested, and today we dressed as zombies and with tombstone signs and full-on makeup and protested MDC and almost got arrested there. And then we went and marched around the Capitol, and it was emotional. It was really great though. Ford Fisher, Conrad, he was there filming the entire thing, so you can go to his YouTube and see start to finish. We also got interviewed by Jon Stewart's people, so that could be amazing. And AP. So kind of be on the lookout for that. And if you see anything, please send it to us. Tomorrow is the day. We've been working for hours every day for months, and it all comes down till tomorrow. So it's nerve-wracking. I'll be the MC again, and but we have such phenomenal speakers. It's Sire Jeff is one of them. We have doctors, we have disabled people, we have, and most of our speakers are women of color, which is amazing because that's something I'm so proud of our organization for. We always want to represent everyone and be inclusive. We have a lot of people, LGBTQ plus community, who are speakers. And it's just going to be really amazing to hear different perspectives. And it's great to have a lot of doctors speaking who have seen it and are speaking out. One of the doctors, Dr. Mike Papas, you may have seen, he was on our summit. He is a doctor in New York, and he's a socialist doctor who is hardcore against capitalism, and he uses his experiences in healthcare to explain why capitalism is so bad and why it's the reason we don't have healthcare. Reverend Annie Chambers will be speaking as well. She's coming back. And we just have so many people. Dr. Margaret Flowers, Steve Grumpine, from Real Progressives, yeah. Oh my God, we have so many people, I can't even think of it. And the Banks sisters were with us today. They helped us. If you guys are watching, I fucking love you. Today, when they were the zombies with us, they popped their activist cherry today. I could not believe it because they were just so confident, and they're like, yeah, let's do this. And they were just so awesome. And
what do zombies look like anyway? There are no such things as zombies. How do we know what they dress like? How do we know what they look like?
Well,
World War Z.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I'm so pasty, you could not even tell I was wearing makeup, like at all. But it was amazing, and I definitely suggest people check out Fort Fisher's stream, and also I got 3 of my favorite gentlemen right here sitting on my bed.
Lucky lady.
Looking sexy AF.
I'm the house
I'm
cat.
looking at yourself, just like.
And our volunteers have come, and our volunteers and speakers have come from across the country: California, Boston, Michigan, Wisconsin. I mean, I'm Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. We came from all over for this, and that's so fucking beautiful, and that's amazing. We hope that some of you can join us in DC tomorrow. If you can't, please watch the live stream. I posted it on my Twitter and Facebook, and it's also subscribed to my YouTube and Robfin, and you should automatically get notified when we go live. The Departure of Real Progressives will be doing the commentary from 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and the march should officially begin at 11 a.m. And then we're gonna have people marching, and it's about a 1.2 mile march. It starts at the Ellipse, and then it goes to the Union Station Park, and our stage is literally in front of the Capitol building. Like, it is the backdrop.
The source of the problem.
And it's fucking amazing. We went today, and I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, it's like literally right there. It is so fucking awesome. You definitely want to tune in the actual rally and speakers itself. I believe I take the stage about 12:15. But definitely tune in at 10:30 a.m. so you can hear the chants, hear the marchers, and then Luke's also going to be sharing some video and photos from the past few days. So thank you all so much. Thank you to all of the people who have supported us, who have donated to help us make this happen. Thank you, George Soros, especially.
Hell yeah.
I really, dating you was well worth,
I'm just looking forward to my check next week.
seriously. I need
if
to
I
get
could just
home.
say, George Soros, fuck you. Fuck
She's
everyone
gonna
that looks
fire
like you.
us.
Fuck everyone that has wealth like you, that keeps that wealth away from everyone
Now I'm
else.
not getting my check, damn.
Fuck you. Fuck the horse you rode in on. Fuck the horse that the horse rode in on. Fuck the carriage. Fuck you all.
Can we leave anyone out? Anyone
We
else?
love you.
And,
But fuck you.
I never knew George Soros supported Medicare for All. So the fact that he's giving us all this money is kind of amazing. Like, we're that impressive to, to get those donations. So that's kind of, we've got talent. So, in any case.
It allowed us the ability to buy the dildo that we will be fucking George Soros with.
Indeed.
Tommy, get on camera.
Yeah,
What do
just
you
a
wanna
little bit.
say?
I am.
What do you want to say?
I want to say that this is my favorite YouTube show, and I'm on it now, so all my dreams have come true.
The wet, the dry.
Yes, mostly wet. This is very moist.
Welcome.
That's just the humidity.
That F word, you don't ever say that around me again.
Oh.
I fucking swear.
Moist.
That language will cancel your checks.
I moisted and
Oh my god! I should have said I like that word too. Sure. Anyway,
Probably would have been a safer bet.
this is what living in an apartment with 11 people and bunk beds and guys who do not stop burping. This is
That's
what
not
this
true. I haven't burped
This
once.
is the
Farted
best that
several
Soros
times.
should put us up with. This place.
I mean, in fairness, we did arrive by limousine with a private driver. Tomorrow we will be, arriving the same way. I am getting a full-on manicure tomorrow, a foot rub.
I'm getting a Brazilian.
Yeah, well, he's hooking us up.
But, in honor of the fossil fuel companies that are killing us all, I have farted once every 5 minutes.
Indeed.
And he's not sharing my room tonight. I was so glad.
Nope.
Oh my god. I can't. I
One
love
gaseous
you
anomaly
guys so
too
much.
many.
Oh my God, you guys, I can't. So
If climate change doesn't kill us, my ass will.
That would be a horrible death. I choose climate change, guys. I'm
See,
sorry.
this is what happens when I try to do a serious show. And I do all my shows live. So
We're
it's not
doing
like
the
I have
show at 12:08 a.m. How serious?
this is true. I have had 7 hours of sleep in the past 3 days, and those 7 hours.
How did you wind up with
were
7
tossed
hours?
and turned. I know.
I didn't get 7 hours.
You got 15.
Yeah.
But
Not consecutive.
Andrew, you want to say anything else? Are you looking forward to anything in particular?
I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing the speakers. It's it seems like we've got a really solid lineup. Annie Chambers.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
had her on the show.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing her speak and everything.
Reverend Delman Coates.
Hopefully she
Oh.
recognizes our
I love
voices
him.
through the phone.
He's
that
the
was
best.
that. And yeah, no, overall, I'm just looking forward to it. And just yeah.
It's going to be a mixture of education and emotion, and we actually have 3 poets who reached out to me. They're coming to read poetry about healthcare and abortion and being LGBTQ plus women of color and their struggle and everything, and it's going to be amazing because we're just including so many different people, and some of the people we've just never met, but they've reached out to us, we've connected with them, and that's what's so amazing. I get messages every single day with people telling me their stories, and that keeps me going for sure. So, in
That
any
used to
case,
shut me down. When I had my viral moment, my life changed forever because every fucking moment of every day I'd be getting messages from around the world and everyone wanted to tell me their healthcare stories. My day started off crying, my day ended crying. I couldn't fucking stand it. But it does give me the energy that I need to keep going. Because there is no reason for a single story that has ever come my way, not to mention my lived experience in the healthcare industry, that should ever exist. Not a single fucking one. We are going to have disease. We are going to have people die. That is a given. We are mortal. That is inevitable. But it should never come to the point where, on top of everything else that they're going to have to deal with, the fragility of the human experience and the inevitability of death, should you ever have to worry about bankruptcy, homelessness, not only for yourself, but for your family and your descendants. It is disgusting. We have the ability to do better, and we are actively turning our backs on the very existence of those possibilities. And that has to end. So what am I looking forward to tomorrow? The beginning of the end. The beginning of crushing the American government into what it needs to be, because I believe in the American institutions. I don't believe in the people who populate them currently, and that is our fault. I don't believe in the culpability of corporations and politicians and media. They are doing as they do. Wolves will be wolves. That's the way of the land. What difference makes is when we decide, is the wolf going to have access to the hens? We are the ones that get to decide that. And for too long, we have decided that the wolves should feast. And we've been celebrating that the wolves are feasting. And it's time for that to end. And it will never change at the ballot box. Yes, you must vote. But if that's the only thing you do, you may as well have stayed home. It's time for that to change. A march is meaningless if the march is not an invitation to greater actions. So that's what I'm hoping is going to happen starting tomorrow. That everyone that attends understands the critical nature of the moment that we are in and that we have to act. It's wonderful to sit back and have a laugh like we're doing right now, but at a certain point we have to fucking act. It's never going to happen in the Capitol building. It's never going to happen in the White House. Down through history, it has never happened that a rich sociopathic son of a bitch has ever suddenly come to their senses and realized, oh my God, what have we been doing all this time? We must change. It's never happened. Not once. Don't look for it. It has to be us. And if you think I'm not talking about you, you're fucking wrong. Everyone. As many as we can possibly get. Because if you think we can take our time with healthcare and all the people that will die while we're taking our time, time's up when it comes to things like climate change. Big and bold is the only option we have left. Incrementalism has killed more people than any war ever has. So join us tomorrow, please, for the love of Christ. Join us. Thank you. Now,
Goddamn
back
right.
to the sex jokes.
Wow.
So, and that's something that touches on a really good point. Like, this is
The sex jokes? Yeah.
right. It's so imperative that people join us, but also watch the live streams and also promote and things like this. We have demands tomorrow too. Anything without demands is a parade.
Yes.
Anything with special hats and certain costumes is a parade.
Yeah.
We are going as ourselves in true solidarity. You may think you have solidarity online and stuff, and I love so many of my comrades that I know on Twitter and shit, but the feeling of solidarity you get when you are standing arm in arm with people that's my kink. That's like the most incredible, inspiring, beautiful moments. So if you can't come tomorrow, organize your own. It's like, it doesn't have to be a huge event. Like, it can literally be honk and wave in your city. Go to a corner. A lot of people drive by, make some signs, hold them up. People honk their horn. You cheer. That's what happens. People take pictures then. It creates conversation. And sometimes things like that activate people. Never, ever, ever underestimate getting active.
There's a lot of people out there who feel like they're alone in their beliefs because mainstream media, corporate media, has no vested interest whatsoever in telling them that there are people out there like them. So people getting out in force lets people who otherwise think they're alone realize that they're not. And maybe, just maybe, it's worth getting involved. Because if you don't get involved, I promise you, the only things that are going to change are going to be things for the worse. You have no other choice at this point. You don't have to march. You don't have to be part of a general strike, shutting things down, putting your body in harm's way. But there are a never-ending litany of things that people can do in terms of organizing with logistics for people on the marches or in a general strike, financially, logistically with healthcare, logistically with lawyers working pro bono. There's any number of things. There is an unlimited number of ways for people to get involved that don't require you to put your body in harm's way. And I would encourage everyone listening right now to investigate what those ways might be. Talk to your neighbors, get things going locally, and then from locally you can move regionally, and then from regionally we get national. There's nothing that cannot be done if you just simply decide to do it.
Yeah, the big problem is, you know, I mean, we're super propagandized here in this country, but it's like you have to, you know, at some point realize that our healthcare system is severely broken. It is not meant to work for us. It's not a good system. It's trash, and most people don't understand that till it punches them in the face, you know, and they're bankrupt. They're not able to get their medicine. They've got a family member dies because the insurance company denied, you know, some procedure. Yeah. It's like, get involved now, dude, before that shit happens, because the earlier we start this fight, the less it's going to be for like our kids and shit, because otherwise they're going to be going through this stuff, man. Just imagine your kid having to ration insulin or something, you know.
And we'll be hearing about that
Yeah.
tomorrow. We will be hearing a father is coming from New Jersey to share his story about his daughter, who is very diabetic and has been for many years, and he has to go to Canada and Mexico to get her insulin. So, and he's one of so many. Like, none of our stories are isolated incidents.
No.
None of them. But the difference is, those of us who are here, some of us have our own stories, but a lot of us have been doing this way before we needed Medicare for All personally, and that's what it's about. It's about empathy. It's about standing in solidarity with people like, yeah, maybe I don't need this right now because I have great insurance or whatever, even though it would still
There's no
benefit
such
you.
thing as great insurance, but whatever.
You know what I mean? I corrected
It's still
myself.
insurance. It's
you
not
talk to
healthcare.
someone outside of your network by mistake, and your bill's like,
Yeah. Or what if you're like traveling somewhere and you get hurt or something, you know, and you're just it's just
going
like
across
it's
state
just like,
line.
well, too bad, you know, you shouldn't have got hurt, you know, in the other state. It's
That's
ridiculous.
why I did not march last year, because my insurance would not cover my falls in DC. And I'm 85% blind. Like, I fell how many times today? Like, my knees and legs are completely bruised. But that's the thing. If people like me can do it, what's stopping you? Like, what's stopping you?
I mean, even if it's not about empathy, you know, if you can't bring that out of you, I promise you this, as someone who works in the healthcare industry, no matter what type of insurance you think you have, you are at risk. The third leading cause of death in the United States is medical errors in hospitals, to the tune of 250 to 400,000 people every year. Long before COVID, this was true, and it is still true now. If you think you're not on the menu with your insurance company, you fucking are. You are a candidate. No matter how healthy you think you are, no matter how good your health care you think is, you are a candidate. You are on the menu. They don't care. So, if you can't bring empathy out of yourself, if you wait until such time as you are on the menu, until it actually does catch up with you, and you are rationing medication, and you did just lose your home, or your wife has suddenly got cancer, and you don't know how you're going to be able to afford living. If you wait until then to be activated, it's too late for you. It is way too late. So don't wait. Do it now. While it's hard, but not life-threatening. Do it now. It's in your best interest.
Absolutely, and some of the things that we can touch on as far as how you can help if you can't go to a march, even ours or anyone else's. What can you do? Make signs. Drop them off.
Yeah.
Drop off cases of water.
Hells yeah.
Promote on social media. Get your comrades to watch a live stream together as a party. We all did that for Bernie. That's what we did. We would watch, his meetings and live streams, and we would have, people come to our house and have a potluck and stuff. Do it. Why not? Because every time you get involved, even if it's that so-called little way, it activates you to now do another one, or now do it for another issue, or what have you. I mean, let's be honest. Are you going to be able to look back 10 years from now and be like, I sat on my ass and punched down on Twitter? Or are you going to be able to say to your kids and grandkids and everyone else that, like, I did something?
Did the best I could. I did everything that was in my power to do. And it might not have been enough. We might lose. For everything that we're trying to do, we might lose. That's part of living. But the unasked question is always no. The need that is not fought for is always never met. So do something. Anything is better than nothing for the most part. And for anyone that's listening to this and you hear the words that are going around, commie this and this and that, I want to make sure everyone is understanding something very important. It's not about the ism. Capitalism, communism, socialism, fuck it all. It doesn't matter. No matter what form of government you want to put together, whether it's the family unit with the parents at the top, or the municipal, or the state, or the federal. It doesn't matter what kind of government you put together, because they all have one thing in common: corruption. You don't like, the USSR? Corruption made the USSR. You don't like, socialist government of wherever you want. Corruption makes all that. But the most corrupt government in the world is the United States of America. Whether it's capitalism, socialism, communism, I don't care. If you put together a government, you're going to have corruption. So if you want to have things run the way of the people, you're going to have to fight against corruption. Then it won't matter what government you put together. It will be answerable to the people, and you can call it whatever the fuck you want. Deal with corruption, and we can have the things that we want. Don't deal with corruption and hide behind an ism. I love capitalism. You can't mess with capitalism. Capitalism is awesome. Capitalism is killing a lot of people. For everything that everyone says, socialism has killed more people than no, fuck that.
That's
Corruption kills people. Corruption kills people. Right here in the United States of America, corruption kills people. Deal with that. And then you can talk to me about how much you like or dislike socialism. But if you're not dealing with corruption, you're just jacking off and expecting all the rest of us to go jump up and down and go, look at what he's doing. Fuck off. Don't bury yourself in isms. Fight for justice.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to have our big day tomorrow. And then Sunday, we're going to be doing mutual aid with freedom fighters. We're going to be feeding the unhoused and giving them feminine products and things like that.
But I'm not a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm giving it to you. I'm still not a woman.
Well, hey, what do you say we wrap this up? I have one more thing one little test I want to try that might fix our mic problem possible.
Cool.
So I'm going to do that before we crash out. But
Anything you want to say, man?
No, I mean, I think y'all basically covered it all.
Aw, I'm feeling the love.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pass out soon.
Yeah.
It's
getting
big
late.
day tomorrow, and thank you all for tuning in to watch.
I hope you guys go find the link and check it out. Should be a good time.
Yes, and check out Ford Fisher from today for sure. And follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you can see all my updates as well. And I'm so glad I get to be my co-host.
And follow Ford Prefect. For those that know what I'm talking about.
All right.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? No? No one? No.
It's been a while.
Thank you
But
guys
thanks for all
so
the fish.
much
Oh,
for
shit.
watching. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and thank you.
And,